Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Today's video, we are going to be doing another post-trade deadline rebuild. And today we have my favorite team, the Boston Celtics. The Celtics currently sit at 52-24. They are the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. In all likelihood, they are a top 3 team in the NBA. And this season has been pretty fun as a Celtics fan. There have been moments where I want to jump through my television and go out there and play myself because this team just doesn't look interested. But we're not going to yell right now. We're not going to get into it. It's just my passion coming out. Celtics obviously have an incredibly talented roster led by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I'd put them up there, punch to punch with any of the deepest rosters in the league. And yeah, they play the Bucks tonight. That one's going to be fun. After today's video, I believe we only have 3 teams left. It'll be the Milwaukee Bucks, the Denver Nuggets, and the Memphis Grizzlies. I will make sure to get them all done. I'm trying to get all these rebuilds done before the play-in starts because once that time comes, we're going to try to get into some off-season rebuilds, which really aren't that much different, but we'll figure that out. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. Of course, you guys are also new around here. If not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button real quick. Turn on some post notifications. I like seeing comments early. Other than that, man, this Celtics rebuild is not going to be too challenging. I don't think. It's a very good roster, and there's very good depth, and there's very good players that are relatively young. Let's get into it. So the defending Eastern Conference champions are 7-3 over their last 10. You might be sitting here and saying, well, that's not a bad record at all. There's teams out there that would kill for that. And yes, I fully get that. And I'm not trying to sound like a pretentious dick, but losing a game to the Wizards, I don't even want to say losing, getting your backs blown out by the Wizards when they don't have 2 of their 3 best players when you're battling for a 1 seed is not exactly the way I kind of want to round out this year. Never mind the fact that we head into Milwaukee tonight and then Philadelphia next, whatever that is, Tuesday. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't feel great about this team right now. I said it before, they just look fucking bored right now. And I get it, you came out of the East last year, but you really can't go ahead and get complacent or lackadaisical right now. It's not the time to do that. Let's get into this roster before I don't even know. Marcus Smart, reigning Defensive Player of the Year. I love Marcus. He's the heart and soul of the Boston Celtics. He has been for years. A lot of people didn't think he didn't deserve the Defensive Player of the Year last year. I personally did, but again, that could be my bias. I love Marcus. We're going to see what we end up doing with him at the starting point guard spot and see if he can be a point guard on a championship-winning team. He's on a championship-caliber winning team right now. He's yet to win one, though. Brogdon came over in the offseason. He has been tremendous so far. I think he's currently second in terms of the betting favorite for 6th man of the year. I think Emmanuel Quickley's one right now. I like Brogdon a lot. He's obviously 30 years old, decent veteran piece on this team. Very, very consistent player, except when it comes to easy layups, but we're not getting into that. Peyton Pritchard hasn't been utilized as much as he has been in years past, and I think a lot of that obviously has to do with the addition of Malcolm Brogdon. I like J.D. Davison a lot. I think he could actually be pretty good in this league. Jaylen Brown is here. I love JB. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I'm not getting into the conversation right now about him potentially leaving the Celtics. I understand the arguments from both sides. If he makes All-NBA this year, the Celtics are 95% going to offer him a Supermax. If not, I think it's much more likely he thinks about leaving, not this offseason, obviously, but come next offseason if Brad Stevens doesn't trade him. Derek White, tremendous defensive player. I love having Derek White off our bench. Actually, he's been starting recently, but Derek White is amazing. He's pretty consistent as well. Obviously, Jason Tatum, reigning Eastern Conference Finals MVP, reigning All-Star Game MVP. I love JT. He's my favorite player in the league. He's just really, the only thing left for him to do, obviously, besides go out and win an actual MVP, is prove that he can lead to a team to a championship. He came close last year, no cigar. Sam Hauser's here. He's very hit or miss. Sam Hauser will have streaks where he'll brick 4 wide open threes, and then he'll pull up from almost half court with 2 guys covering him as time's expiring, and he'll bag it in. I don't get it. Makes no sense. He's a good 3-point shooter, though. Al Horford, the veteran on this team, older than Joe Mazzulla, the head coach. I like Al. He signed an extension with the Celtics in the offseason to stay for 2 more years. Very likely that he will be finishing his career here. I love Al. Gallo hasn't played for the Celtics yet. He got hurt over the summer, I believe, in Europe. And then Grant Williams. Grant Williams. Rob Williams I like a lot. Injuries concern me a little bit with him, and especially, his future down the line, but I do like Rob a lot. I have no plans of moving on from Rob Williams. He's on one of the best contracts in the league, in my opinion. He doesn't get talked about enough just how good of a contract that is, for how good he is. I mean, he's a Defensive Player of the Year caliber player. Blake Griffin, Mike Muscala, and Luke Cornett. Luke Cornett should not be on a basketball court in serious minutes. Drives me up the fucking wall. Muscala hasn't actually played a lot, and then Blake Griffin hops in occasionally. It's weird how Mazzulla does his rotations. That's the Celtics. Let's set the rotation. Here's how it's going to look for the rest of year one here in Boston. There's really no surprises in the starting lineup. When everybody's fully healthy, typically the way they've done the lineup is they've had the two big men in there, being Al Horford and Robert Williams. I know since Rob Williams has been back, they're typically still starting Horford at center, and then most of the time playing Derek White at the 2. Brown goes to the 3, and JT at the 4. I'm going to do it this way. This is how they basically did it all playoffs last year. I think this typically works out the best, in my opinion anyways. It's Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Robert Williams. Bench unit's probably one of the best benches in the league. Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Grant Williams, Mike Muscala, and Sam Hauser. I'm not yet playing Gallo, and I think you could probably make an argument that I could. We don't know when he's going to be back. You hope it's by playoff time, but you just genuinely don't know. The man hasn't played a minute in a Celtics uniform yet, so I'm not going to play him here today right now. Probably by the time next season comes around, we'll probably play him. All right, well, there's only 6 games left, so I'll just simulate the rest of it with you guys. We'll sum up to here so I know our record, because I don't know why they took away the record in the bottom right. It doesn't make sense. We end up going 56-26. Jokic wins his 3rd straight MVP. Ben Carroll, Rookie of the Year. Emmanuel Quickly, 6th man. No chance in hell. Trey Murphy, Most Improved, and Mike Budenholzer of the Milwaukee Bucks takes home Coach of the Year. Let's take a look at the standings. We do finish as the 2 seed here. We were 3 games behind the Bucks. Assuming this is going to be pretty accurate of how the how the standings kind of shake out. I don't know about 6 and 7 here. I think it's a lot more likely. I don't know, actually. I mean, the bottom of the East, it just doesn't scare me. I don't know what the hell happened to Miami this year, man. They have been a different team than that team that was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, let me tell you that. Tatum, Brown, obviously our 2 leading scorers, followed by Brogdon, Derek White, Marcus Smart, Rob Williams, Horford, Grant Williams, Hauser, Muscala, Peyton Pritchard getting some minutes down there as well. Rebounds led by Rob Will, and assist was Marcus. So, all right, who we got to have here in round 1? It is going to be the Brooklyn Nets. I believe statistically at the moment, the most likely team for them to play is going to be Miami, but obviously the plan, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. Celtics played the Nets in the first round last year. We obviously all remember how that went, and I'd like to run it back and do that again, please. There's no Kyrie Irving this time. There's no Kevin Durant this time. It should be easier, hypothetically, and yeah, same result. Wow, the Atlanta Hawks end up beating the 76ers, and the Raptors beat the Bucks. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I kind of like if that would happen, but it's not going to happen in real life. Here's what we do when we take a look at the Atlanta Hawks lineup. It's good. Obviously, they're one of the teams that it's like, I don't want to say a cheat code in 2K, but they're immensely, immensely talented, especially in 2K, and they progress very well. We're going to a Game 7 with... What? Well, the 2 cheat codes are here. And what are these? What the hell is going on? Dallas is on the verge of elimination. Were they a playing team? They were a playing team. Well. I would be willing to bet my bank account that neither of these teams make the finals this year. But, you know what? You got to love 2K, man. You really do. We'll show you guys the draft lottery. I know for a fact the Celtics don't have a lottery pick this year. They probably won't have a lottery pick for a long time. And, yeah, Bulls, Rockets, Blazers, Wizards, and Spurs. I like Joe Mazzulla. He has horrible ratings in here. Okay. 2K, what are we doing now? No. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I believe Joe Mazzulla is like a top 5, probably not even top 10 head coach in the league. I just don't believe it. I think Joe Mazzulla has been gifted a lot of talent in terms it tends to make him look good. He needs to come in with a new inbound play, by the way. But those ratings are a little disrespectful. The Celtics have been very, very good, both offensively, and they've picked up their game defensively this year. So those ratings are a little bit disrespectful. I'm not going to fire him. I like Joe. I think sometimes he needs to be studied his defensive incompetence, but we're not getting into that. We have the first overall pick in round 2. Sure, why not? We'll draft somebody. Don't give me this argument that it's basically a first-round pick. I hate that argument because it goes both ways. It's like saying number 30 is basically a second. You get what I'm saying? Chris Murray, Keegan Murray's brother. Keegan Murray actually just said, I believe, what was it? Record for most threes by a rookie, something like that. Mari Bailey's here. I genuinely have no idea who the best player here is. I'm not going to pretend that I have any idea. Bryce Baugh, I don't know. Rajon Rupert, it sounds familiar. Where is he from? France, overseas. Mari Bailey is UCLA. Chris Murray is Iowa. You know what, Chris Murray? At least I know. I've heard of you before. Welcome to the team. He's a 73 overall. Maybe some eventually can do something. Oh, Gallo had a player option. I did not know that. I did not know that. I actually thought that he was just straight up locked in for 2 years. I'd like to get Davison back. I will. Whoa, $10 million a year for Grant Williams. Once upon a time, might not have been crazy. I'm sure somebody will give him $10 million this offseason. It basically comes down to who would I prefer. To be completely honest with you, here in 2K, I'm going to probably lean Grant Williams, and I say that because he's 10 years younger. He is 2 overalls lower. Hopefully here in 2K he doesn't miss so many free throws. But yeah, I'm just going to let Gallo go. I just don't really feel like there's really a need for him at this point. I like Gallo. If this was real life, I'm never doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna pay Grant Williams here in this unrealistic rebuild. And he only wants $8 million a year, which is a whole lot better than the 20 he thinks he was getting. All right, let's get into some other potential moves. Looking at this roster right now, there's nothing immediate that I have to do. What scares me a little bit is Al Horford here. I love Al Horford, don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking about trading him right now. He'll probably be a 77, 78 overall to start next year, so we might have to find a trade. We're going to do this trade with the Atlanta Hawks, and hear me out on it for a second. First of all, I have no idea why they're offering me Dejounte Murray for this trade package. It's a horrible trade. This actually could almost be considered armed robbery, the fact that I'm getting such a good player for this trade package here in 2K anyways. But yeah, reason I'm doing this is because Al Horford is going to regress. We all know it. I don't want to sit here and have to deal with that. I love Al. I would never trade him in real life right now. But yeah, Dejounte Murray is a really valuable piece. Al Horford going back to Atlanta where he started his career. And you can pretty much figure out how the rest of this is going to work out. We move up, and Dejounte Murray is our starting shooting guard. So I'm liking this a lot right now. I'm feeling pretty good about it. JT can play the 4. I know that for a fact, especially in today's NBA when positions really don't matter nearly as much. So, you know, if I take a look at this team right now, I like the depth a lot. Maybe go out and find ourselves a new small forward. How tall is Chris Murray? He's 6'8", he's got a B-3. What happens to his overall if I play him at the small forward spot? You know what? Why not? We'll give Chris Murray a shot at the small forward position. Also, Peyton Pritchard's expiring. I picked up his option. I'm actually going to go ahead and try to get a draft pick for him. I just really don't feel like we're going to use him, and it doesn't really make sense for me to go right ahead and keep him here. So, who's this by? It's a Clippers pick. Could be valuable. You never know. All right, that is the team. That is our 10-man rotation. I will see you guys at the start of year 2 here in Boston. We've officially arrived here at the start of the second season, and yeah, we made an upgrade in this lineup. Dejounte Murray now coming in, and I'm really surprised. I mean, maybe it's because he was an expiring contract, but to not only get Dejounte Murray, but to also get a first-round draft pick for Al Horford, Luke Cornett, Sam Hauser in a second is crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to re-sign him or whatever. I don't know. Marcus Smart, Dejounte Murray, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Rob Williams, bench unit, Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Grant Williams. I'd like to upgrade the backup center eventually. I don't like having Muscala or having to rely on him, but I don't know. I mean, we went from having some decent big men to not really having anybody that much of value besides Rob Williams. So we'll see. I will see you guys at the end of year 2. You honestly love to see it. JT winning an MVP here at the end of year 2. He's up to 11 boards a game when you play him at the 4. It's honestly awesome to see. We went 70-12 on the year. It looks like the addition of Dejounte Murray obviously helped quite a bit. Victor Wembanyama, I'm assuming, went number 1 overall, and he is in Chicago. I'm sure Bulls fans everywhere would love to see that. Henderson wins 6th Man of the Year in Portland. I mean, it doesn't really feel smart to do that, but okay. Victor Wembanyama wins Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie. Darius Garland, Most Improved, and Joe Mazzulla does take home Coach of the Year. I hope they fix Mazzulla's ratings. I mean, he has a D+ rating for offense and defense. I get it. He's a first-year head coach. I'm not expecting, like, Steve Kerr or Eric Spoelstra ratings, but like that's just ridiculous. Let's take a look at the numbers on the year. JB, Dejounte Murray, Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Marcus Smart, Rob Williams, Muscala, Chris Murray. Not a bad rookie campaign. How'd you shoot from 3? Well, we'd like to work on that at some point, but I can live with it. You're a rookie. And then Grant Williams. Wow, Grant Williams, 3 points a game. Really working up to your contract. And then, yeah, Smart led us in assists. So, we're the 1 seed, obviously. Who we got here in round 1? The Indiana Pacers. Good thing you're in the playoffs, but yeah, it doesn't really move me too much. Cleveland here in round 2. They're obviously an unbelievably good team. They're going to scare me. And like, don't get me wrong. The Cavs are a very good team right now. In 2 to 3 years, they're going to scare me a lot more than they do right now. But still a hell of a squad. We are currently up 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. We end up winning in 5. The team we lost to last year, the Atlanta Hawks, who, yeah, I lost the finals to Luka and the Mavericks, but bit of a surprise that we lost to them last year. I think we're clear-cut better. Actually, oh, I forgot Al Horford's here. What's his overall? Oh, no. Wait, what? Did they trade? Did I just miss him, or did they trade Al Horford? Maybe they traded him to Charlotte for PJ Washington. I don't know. All right, we're up 3-0 at the moment, and we end up sweeping the Hawks. We're going to be taking on the Holy Anthony Edwards. Oh, my God, what a series. All right, it's Minnesota. Io at the Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Cat, Rudy Gobert. I don't know. That Rudy Gobert trade is going to haunt Timberwolves fans, man. I feel bad for y'all. I mean, there's just no reason to make it. Like, I get it. You want to improve your defense, especially with Towns as one of your big men. But, like, that trade was just awful. It also completely fucked up the market. I'll see you guys in there. Even though it is a video game, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It feels pretty damn good to be winning a championship here in just our second season. Obviously, we'd like to win more than one. Oh, shit. Good move, Anthony. Anthony Edwards, I'm excited to watch this man grow his game. I mean, he's already an holy shit. He's already an incredible player, but just to see where he kind of elevates his game to in just a couple seasons will be such a fun, that's a foul, such a fun thing to watch. I think he's going to be a very, very special player. I think, honestly, call it a hot take. I think 4 years down the line, he could be an MVP candidate. Could be a crazy take. I get it. When in a league where there's so much good talent, that could be a crazy take, but I'm standing by it. I'm standing by it as of now. All right, I just put the starters in. Why are you putting the bench unit in? I want the starters to go out and captivate this championship. I really do. Ant driving here, Dejounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl. Okay, thanks for coming, I guess. You know what? Yeah, let me use Chris Murray a little bit. Okay, Chris Murray. Ah, baby, we love to see it. All right, so there is 2:30 left to go here. I guess, you know what, we can talk about the Celtics right now. I know I've done that a lot, and I know probably a lot of you guys were going to say you were just spewing nonsense for way too long to get on with the video. Well, I typically try to, but when it's my own team, it's going to be a little different because, you know, I know this team inside and out. Malcolm Brogdon, I missed that. I bricked it because I don't play this game very much, and I don't know releases. With the Celtics right now, I don't know where I saw the quote. Somebody said it. It genuinely, watching them over the past however long, looks like they're bored out there. Now, will that happen tonight against the Bucks? I have no idea. It would be a huge win if just for momentum purposes, not even for seeding. I think the one seed's a lost cause at this point. Milwaukee's not losing enough games for the rest of the year to lose the one seed. But in terms of just momentum and getting a huge win, I think it would be great if the Celtics could win tonight. What the hell? But yeah, we will see. I'm excited for the playoffs, man. I miss playoff basketball so much. I really do. It's such a different feeling. I can't even tell you how stressful it is to have a team in the finals. It's like nothing I can really even explain. It's just stressful. It really is. It's like every little shot is so much more important, or at least it feels like it. And what the hell? I don't know, man. I'm excited for the playoffs this year. I hope my Celtics go out and win one, but we will see. I'm excited to watch them. We'll do one more offensive possession, and then we'll basically call it because we still have 2 years to go. And yeah, man. I think obviously we want to go out and win one more championship here at least. Okay, that pretty much sums up Grant Williams perfectly. Yep. So you guys are the Finals MVP. We end up beating the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games, and Jason Tatum finally gets it done. A little bit of a redemption arc, if you will, after a tough series where he was injured against the Golden State Warriors. Let's get into the lottery. And I don't think we traded for any lottery picks, but you never know. And let's simulate this. Spurs, Rockets, Jazz, 2 Thunder picks in the top 5. That is a young core that is up and coming and very scary. I'd like to get Joe Mazzulla back. If I can't find it, I'm not going to spend too much time. It's just a game at the end of the day. But I'll look, and I don't see him. I'm not, especially because he doesn't even have good ratings, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Welcome to the team, Mike Stauffer. Let's head up to the NBA draft now. Do we have our first this year? I don't know. I don't think we do. Oh, we do. I don't need the 30th overall pick. Have fun with it, Philadelphia. Let's head up to team player options right now. I'm going to bring back Chris Murray. Pretty solid rookie year for us. J.D. Davison, I just can't get, there's really no way to get him playing time. It sucks, but it's kind of the reality of the situation. We have a very, very important free agency. I have to get Jaylen Brown back. I'm going to pay this man his money, what he deserves. Not Muscala. Dejounte Murray has also like no real offers, and yeah, getting those two backs my number one priority. I'll just let J.D. Davison go. To be completely honest with you, there's no way with Smart and Brogdon and Derek White that he's really getting playing time. So good to have both those guys back. Oh shit, I didn't mean to skip another day. I'd like to upgrade our backup center. I think getting like a little bit of a better option than Mike Muscala behind Robert Williams is always a good thing to do. Bruno Fernando, Celtics legend, actually. Is he wearing a Celtics jersey in that picture? That's fucking hilarious. Chimezie Metu, or would I prefer Hernan Gomez? Give me Metu. Why not? He's a few years younger. I'll give him a 2-year deal. Could be my backup center the rest of the video. I will see you guys at the start of the year 3. Fresh off a championship, we don't make any major changes here for the Celtics, and there's really no reason to. I mean, we have an immense amount of talent, and I love this team. It's Marcus Smart, Dejounte Murray, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Robert Williams, bench unit Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Chris Murray, Grant Williams, and Chimezie Metu, who for some reason is pissed off and took Al Horford's number. I will see you guys at the end of the third, not final season, but the end of year 3. JT wins his second straight MVP as we go 74-8, giving us the best record in NBA history here at the end of year 3. Feeling pretty good. Matas Buzelis, Rookie of the Year. He is in Utah. They ended up with the 3rd overall selection. Markelle Fultz, 6th man. Victor, holy shit, wins Defensive Player of the Year. Josh Christopher, Most Improved. Stauffer obviously going to win Coach of the Year with that. It's weird not like retaining Joe Mazzulla after you win a championship, but between not being able to find him on 2K's new and improved coaching system, and yeah, Stauffer has way better ratings anyways. Here are the numbers on the year. To be honest with you, the numbers don't really concern me. It's doesn't really matter, I don't think, in my opinion. Cleveland here in the first round. How did you add Chris Middleton? Let's see. Did he take a pay cut? Yep. It's that $11 million thing. It happened with Kawhi Leonard the other day as well, and he was in Cleveland. I don't get why some players do it for some teams, and then like they don't do it for me when I have 74 win teams. I don't know. We end up winning in 6. The 5-seeded Wizards. Okay. I can't talk shit. The Wizards clapped my Celtics the other night, but thanks for coming. Trae Young, AJ Griffin, DeAndre Hunter, Sadiq Bey, Onyeka Okongwu. They have Capella, John Collins. Holy depth. Good amount of depth there in Atlanta. I still think we're the better team. Depth does not matter as much come playoff time. We sweep the Hawks, and we are taking on Zion Williamson. Look at that smile. Zion and the Pelicans. This man is 24 years old, putting up those numbers. He is just an incredible talent. Isaiah Collier here as well. They ended up with the 8th overall selection. I'm assuming that probably came from the Lakers. I'm not 100% sure. I saw Vucevic, OG Anunoby there as well. I'd like to run it back, so thanks for coming. And, yeah, JT, 2nd straight finals MVP. All right, we got one more year to go. In terms of changes, we might make a small tweak. I don't love leaving teams identical for multiple years, but there's really nothing that I have to do too much. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I move Grant Williams because I know he's getting paid a decent amount of money to put up 3 points a game. 30th overall selection again. I don't need it, so thank you. Hit team player options here. See what we got. Jason. Oh, shit. I forgot he's a free agent. Yep, definitely want to make sure I get JT back. Holy shit. Yeah, oh my god, I would cry. Well, this is a Supermax at this point. Please tell me I can afford it. Thank you. And, yeah, also got to get Brogdon back. I'm actually going to wait on Brogdon to make sure, because here's what could happen and would make me nervous. Sometimes when you, like, overpay and try to sign multiple guys and you go over the hard cap, it says, like, you don't have enough money for, and it just picks, and it typically goes with Tatum. So, I'm going to wait and not renounce Derek White. Shit. Yeah, that sucks, but I'm going to let Derek White go if it means retaining Jason Tatum, 10 times out of 10. So, yeah, welcome back to the team, JT. I'm going to hope it lets me re-sign Brogdon now. Hopefully it does. Cool. And then I have a qualifying offer out to Murray, so that's fine. Okay. I don't know. Is it going to let me have Derek White? Okay, it is. I don't understand how this game works sometimes. Maybe I had to renounce his qualifying or give him mid-level exception, something like that. I'm going to look to upgrade Grant Williams here. I don't know. I don't really have to, but, why not? It's the final year, and I just don't really need him. So, yeah, power forwards. No power forwards really here. You know what I can do? Give me Buddy Hield. Give me a shooter off the bench, and Buddy Hield has been playing really well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Chris Murray back to the power forward spot. See you guys at the start of the 4th and final year. There are no changes in the starting lineup for the 4th and final year. We've won 2 straight championships with this starting 5. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Marcus Smart, Dejounte Murray, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams. The bench unit, I mean, one change. Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Chris Murray, Buddy Hield, and Chimezie Metu. Hopefully make it 3 straight. I'll see you guys at the end of year 4. It is unfortunately not 3 straight MVPs for Jason Tatum, but it is another 70-plus win season as we do go 70-12. Victor Wembanyama MVP. Yeah, that's going to do it with stats like that. That's an awesome name. What is that, Babacar? Is that how you pronounce that? I fucking love that name. Oh my god, he was a 20th overall pick. It's cool to see guys who like aren't top 3 picks win Rookie of the Year. Well, you know what I mean. That's cool. Markelle Fultz, 6th Man of the Year in Memphis. Victor Wembanyama, I believe that's 3 straight Defensive Player of the Years. Every single year he's been in the league. Amon Thompson, Most Improved. Stafford, I think that's 2nd straight Coach of the Year for him. Let's take a look at the standings. We are 17 games up on the Chicago Bulls for the best record in the Eastern Conference. Let's take a look at the numbers. JT, JB, Dejounte Murray, 3 guys over 20-plus points a game. Feel free to take a look at the rest of the crew we got here. Rebounds, Rob Will, and assists, Jason Tatum. All right, so we have Toronto here in round 1. D'Lo's an interesting addition. Oh, and Anthony Davis. Okay, some new additions, some new faces there in Toronto. And, yeah, good squad. Not good enough. We have the Atlanta Hawks here. I feel like we play them every single year, and we've beaten them every single year except for the year 1. Hopefully they don't beat us this year. I'd like to win 3 straight championships because it doesn't happen often. And we end up winning in 5. Chicago here in the East Finals. Lonzo Ball, Luke Kennard. Oh, this is... I was like, what in the hell? And then, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so let's see what ends up happening. We're 1-1 with them right now. We go up 2-1, up 3-1. Don't do this. Okay, thank you. We're taking on Brandon Miller and the rest of the Houston Rockets here in the finals. KPJ, Jalen Green, Brandon Miller, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Şengün. I think we can get it done, man. I really do. We lose game 1, win game 2, win game 3, win game 4, and win game 5. Three-peat for us here in Boston. Jason Tatum is 3rd straight finals MVP. And, yeah, man, we had a hell of a team here. I had a ton of fun with this one. Of course, rebuilding my favorite team. If I, talked a little bit more than I normally do, just saying random shit, I'm sorry. Just my team. I watch every game, so I know them inside and out. But, yeah. Love this team, man. Hopefully they win one this year. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. Tomorrow is going to be Milwaukee Bucks rebuild, but again, feel free to let me know any other video ideas. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.